NY. A Sony stereo demonstration.
Yes, another Sony stereo demonstration. Stupid camera. I have all this darn trouble setting it up so I can point it at this thing, and then it falls off when I try to pick it up. Never mind that. Anyway, this is the Sony TC-230 from 1969, and it's remarkably similar to pretty much every product Sony made since like 1960 something up until like the 80s, and it uses exactly the same transport mechanism that they made famous in their own machines. So, these are where you'd find them. The speed selector is up here at the top. The single hand thread system with the retractable pinch roller is still here with the exact same components as pretty much every other machine in their line, although this has a slightly different mechanism. And we have the function selector with the fast forward button up here instead of it being part of the twisting, and we have a pause control over here. There's a record button, tape counter, big chrome bar thing for some reason. And they made this so you could hook up other things into it to make it basically a home entertainment system. So you've got the tape tape when you're playing back, and you've got the mic input, and then you've got the tuner, or you've got the phono. The volume controls for left and right are concentric. You've got a tone control, and there's a noise suppress for anything above 9 kilohertz. Just for noise, like background noise and whatever the heck that's bothering you. Then you've got the track arrangement for left and right, or for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You've got the VU meter. You've got the headphone jack, the speaker on switch, the power button, and then there's the pilot lamp. It says Stereo Center 230 there, and in solid state. Obviously, you couldn't really see much down there because it's dark and this thing's painted black. Sorry for any inconvenience, but you've got the basic idea. Over in the front, we have various inputs. You can't really see them. They'll be shown in the manual, which I have. See? The TC-230 is the portable version, whereas the TC-230W is the home version, which is, ironically, 7 pounds lighter than the portable version. The portable version is 29 pounds. The home version is 22, I think. Two things. There's the input line up there. Track arrangement systems, maintenance. Even tells you where to lube it. And there's the diagram for the system, which is exactly the same as pretty much everything else. Tells you how to take it apart. The technical specs. Yeah. Weight. Model 230, 29 pounds. Model 230W, 22 pounds. Over here we've got the basic specs here. Recording system, 4-track stereophonic or monophonic. Frequency response at 1 7/8 is 30 to 6,000 Hertz. At 3 3/4 it's 30 to 12,000. And at 7 1/2 it's 30 to 18,000. Flutter and wow is less than 0.2% at 1 7/8, less than 0.15% at 3 3/4, and less than 0.1% at 7 1/2. 20 watts of total dynamic output power. They said this is a transformerless output stage, so I presume there's a couple of caps and some other things in between. And it actually sounds very loud, it's very clear, and there's less than 3% harmonic distortion, according to the manual. Anyway, in any case, it sounds really good, and it's an excellent piece of equipment. The only thing I had to do is unbung the entire mechanism, which would not work at all. The motor would come on, it would do the basic stuff, but it would not engage play. There's a bar sort of system that they have in contrast to what they normally have later on. It's a bar that sort of swings up like this. It moves down under here. And that one is jammed and gummed up, so I lubed it and moved it around a bunch of times, and everything's all kosher. And I had to put a stronger spring on the idler wheel between the motor and the capstander because it kept slowing down. This didn't have speed changes, or wow and flutter. This had pitch changes. It was ridiculous, especially when you're trying to record with it. So I'm going to just try and do this one-handedly. I'm actually going to put this down like that. This time it might just be a bit easier. This will actually cover the music and the voice recording for a number of different reasons, which you're bound to find out. Another thing that's really annoying that I don't, I'm getting ahead of myself. One thing that really annoys me about this particular reel-to-reel is that there's a lot of friction between where the heads are because of all the guides it has to go through, and you can't just wrap it around and do it a couple times and you start spinning this because it just comes out and it's really a pain in the ass. So I'm just going to play this now. I've got it on 7.5. Noise suppressor's on. Now it's off. Now it's on.
Here's popular music. The best of popular music. Recorded with the most modern techniques of high-fidelity reproduction. And especially selected to demonstrate the outstanding quality of this VM Voice of Music high-fidelity phonograph. Listen to the full, richly voiced band of Stan Kenton.
Most of the fluctuations you'll hear was caused by the record player. The sound this thing gives out is really constant. Put the record I recorded off of.
It takes fine record player equipment, like this VM model, to reveal the true brilliance of today's high-quality records, and to display the unique and dazzling sound that Les Paul gives the guitar.
I'm going to fast forward this by pushing down this button and twisting it. It's actually really quite quick.
Brought out by this sensitive sound system. The delicate shadings that give clarity to every musical phrase.
That's just Nat King Cole playing, or will be playing, so I'm just going to skip this. There's not really much to show on this particular tape, although it's fun to listen to through. I may later on, but for this demo I'm not going to bother playing through all the tunes, because that would just be a waste of your time.
The piano, even a jazz piano, is a difficult instrument to record. Because its sound waves are sharply percussive with complicated overtones. Notice how this Voice of Music phonograph captures the real quality of the piano and reproduces it accurately in the vibrant sparkle of this performance by Joe Finger's Car and his ragtime band.
That gives you a very good idea of how good the sound is on this thing, considering how well it recorded that piano. And that was off the record player, which is slightly out of balance. But this thing has excellent recording quality. I've recorded a number of tapes with it already, although the first tape I tried to record with it didn't come out all that well because it had speed problems, those pitch things I was telling you about. But this machine is fantastic. It's well made. It sounds excellent. I've probably said it a couple times now. But thanks for watching. There's another fantastic Sony product for you.